All right, everybody, this is a K&N washable home air filter. I use K&N cabin air and engine air filters in my cars, and I like them. They can be cleaned, reused. You have more control. I guess you have control over ones you discard too, but I don't know. I think they maybe provide in the car a little more horsepower, and I kind of noticed in the house, my energy bills were a little lower. It's hard to say about air quality. I think that it's good. Who really knows? I guess there's some way to test it that I haven't done, but it takes a while for these to get dirty. I think they say you're supposed to clean it every month. I probably change it every season, and because it's not really used in my house, it's not really used, the HVAC, too much in the spring and the fall. I pretty much maybe clean it twice a year, maybe 3 times, but pretty much twice. I'll clean it after winter and then after summer. So we're in kind of like the beginning of fall right now. So this has not been cleaned all summer, so I figured it's time. And when I've pulled these out, after only a month or two, they didn't really even look that dirty, and it seemed like a waste, and I probably cleaned it anyway, but just because it was out, but didn't really need it. The only big things I had here was what I had in my hand. It's like a feather and some dust. Otherwise, I guess I'm kind of colorblind, but I guess at this point it kind of looks grayish with like dust in there. So I have to clean it, and it's pretty easy. Put the hose on. You're actually supposed to wet both sides of the filter with like lower pressure. So I'll put on something like that'll work. I'm not even running it that hard. So I'll just hit the other side first. This is like the back side, has like a metal mesh on there so that the cotton doesn't blow through when the HVAC unit's running. You can see like this is pretty low pressure. I'm just doing it to wet it. That should be pretty good. I'll flip it back. I'll wet this side as it says. And I guess because it's sitting like this, some of the dust is going to pull at the bottom. I'll probably have to pick that out. It'd be better to probably spray it flat, but I'm on the grass, so whatever. Yeah, you can kind of see, I think some of the dust is accumulating down there. So anyhow, after that, it says you use this filter cleaner. I think it's like $15 or something like that. I guess when we're done, we're going to see how it's going to look, hopefully like that other side. I guess it goes from what, more dirty gray or brown to like yellowish, clean yellow, something like that. Again, I'm colorblind, so forgive me if that's not the right color. But yeah, so we wet both sides, and then we heavily spray it onto the dirty side, the cleaner. So that's what we'll do. Then it says let sit for 2 to 3 minutes, and then we rinse low pressure again from the clean to the dirty. So we just will I just kind of do it in this kind of motion, up and down. Not too big a deal. Spraying the whole thing pretty heavily onto the dirty side. This is honestly even probably overdoing it, but whatever. I only do this, like I said, 2 or 3 times a year, so if I use a little extra, what's really the harm? It's not too big a deal. It's a spray bottle, so it kind of throttles it anyway. It doesn't, So that's good. Like I said, let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes. You can see water dripping from it. I'll come back and update. And I let it sit for a couple minutes. I did put it on the concrete now, and I'll spray some low pressure from the clean side to the dirty side. We'll pick it up when it's done and see if any of the dust dropped out. I was picking some of the dust out with my finger when I was letting it sit, but maybe some of the dust will actually show here on the concrete. We'll see. But this is essentially how you clean it. And it's a pretty easy job. It's a beautiful day out today, sunny and 70. Beautiful fall day, so I'll let this sit in the sun when I'm done to dry. I can even install it probably tonight if I wanted to. I think this is plenty, honestly. We'll see how it looks. It's a lot cleaner already. More yellowy looking. I might even hit it with a little bit more water pressure. Now it's still going to be pretty low, but just to get that dust out, I'll just go kind of full power with the garden hose. Not that that's anything super strong anyway. I mean, this is not powerful. This is very low power. You can see there's still a lot of dust in here. This is stuff I could probably just pick out my finger, but you know, it'd be easier if it got all of it. Maybe I have to use slightly higher water pressure. Maybe not have it lay directly down, or just because maybe I used it so long, it's more dirty than normal. I'll hit it with a little bit more pressure, lift it like that. And then I'll probably get like something like a pen or something like that to maybe run down the water filter ridges or wherever, the pleats, and get it that way. But yeah, one important thing is you don't really want to go the opposite way, because then you're really going to embed the dust and dirt and things like that into the filter. So that's why you want to spray from the clean side to the dirty side. And we'll see what it looks like. And you can see actually from me doing it, a lot of the dust, I just ran my fingers through the top and it gathered a lot of that. There's still a lot of dust and like dust buddies or whatever in the middle here. You can see I ran my finger through. Maybe I need more water pressure. I don't want to go too much. I mean, I might just use my finger and grab the stuff out like that. Go from the bottom like this, go to the middle, grab pieces like that. You can see I kind of let it go for a little bit, but otherwise it doesn't really get dirty. It takes a while to get dirty. I do like this thing. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to clean, but like I said, twice a year, what's the big deal? I don't hate doing stuff like this anyway. But yeah, each time you run your finger down it, you get a good bit of dirt out, but the water doesn't really get out. So I guess I'll be doing that to all the pleats, try to clean them. And it does come out easily. If you did this more often, then you probably wouldn't have to do this, but because I don't, then I do. It's sort of semi-satisfying actually to get these huge chunks of dust out. But at the same time, I don't know how many pleats there are. It looks like there's maybe like 50. And you can see how it's kind of like a plastic mesh. So, you know, if I do it with my finger every damn time, my finger's gonna start hurting. But anyhow, not a huge deal. And you could see how much cleaner if I turn it, that maybe you can't even see from here, but this, yeah, I think you kind of can. The sides, the pleats that I cleaned with my finger are much more lighter in color. So I'll just continue doing this. I'm obviously not gonna let the video go this whole time, but I like these things. I think they were like 50 bucks. I think I got it when there was a promotion. K&N always has promotions, so keep an eye out for them. I think I got like some percent off, plus like maybe like a free bottle to clean it, something like that. But yeah, I recommend these things. Like and subscribe. See you, slobs.